All right, so the next item that we're going to review is Canvas. This is where all of your online classes are housed. This is also where the new student orientation is housed. So if you've gotten into the new student orientation and you're watching this video, you've at least been able to log into Canvas. There's two different ways from the website to access Canvas. We can either click here on the hyperlink for Canvas, or we can go back to MyMTC and click the link My Courses. Either way is fine. You can also download the Canvas app if you want to have access to your messaging and just to be able to view assignments. So we're just going to do a quick overview of this since you're already in your orientation course and you've already navigated to this point. So I do just want to show a couple of things within the classes. So your dashboard is going to be the main landing pad for all of your courses. This is where every class that you've ever been enrolled in will show up. Once the class is completed, there are ways to hide these so that you don't have to keep a full dashboard at all times. It's really up to you how you customize this screen. The courses are going to be all of the current courses that you're in. And if you scroll down, you can also click on all courses. This will allow you to see any of the classes that you've previously been enrolled in and hidden. So if you wanted to access any of those classes again from the past, you could click down to past enrollments. To make a current course a favorite, you'll click on the star. And the star there, just make sure that that's always on your dashboard. The calendar option is very helpful if you have multiple classes. If you have homework that is due for a specific class, so for example, one of the new student orientation classes that I manage has a homework assignment that will be due once I publish it. That would show up here on this calendar in a graphic view, and it would be color coded so that each individual class has its own line of color to help you keep track of what's due at the same time. Now, this is not a comprehensive way to make sure you have assignments due. Please make sure you're checking your classes individually. This is really good if you just have a quick view of those assignments that are due. Your inbox is how you can communicate with people who are currently in your classes or who were in your previous classes. So the nice thing about Canvas is that when you are in a specific course in Canvas, there's a spot where you can go to view everyone who's enrolled in that course with you. So maybe you want to set up a study group. There's somebody in your class that you would really like to reach out to, but you don't know their last name. So you can't send them an email through their Marian Tech account. If you reach out through Canvas, you can click on their name in your class roster and actually send them a private message through your inbox. So this is not the way that you want to reach out to the student records office, to the financial aid office, to your academic advisor, but this is a good way to get in touch with people who are in a class currently with you. So going back to the dashboard, we're going to briefly talk about how courses are laid out. So every instructor has the right to organize their course in the way that works best for them. So each course may look a little bit different. So in this example, you can see that the instructor utilizes the announcements page. Maybe your instructor will send an email, or maybe they will just tell you in class, but this instructor has decided to utilize the announcements page. Most instructors will utilize the modules function, which breaks down the sections of the class, and all the content for that section is contained within the module. So you would click on the link and it would bring up information about that. Assignments, very self-explanatory. This is where you can go to view upcoming assignments. Please note that you should also check within each module as it's live, because there may be assignments that don't post here depending on how they are placed by the instructor. So again, every instructor can set this up the way that they like. It's very possible that the assignments won't show here. Discussions are often used by instructors to make sure that the class is interacting in this online format. So if you were to click on the live link that is listed here, it would bring up all the criteria that your instructor wants you to share. So in this particular course, we have asked the students to introduce themselves and to give a few facts about themselves. So all the students that are in this course are able to comment, introduce themselves, list the things that they've been asked to, and they can go back and forth with each other as well. They can comment on each other's posts. If the instructor has you doing quick 1 or 2 sentence discussions, that's a great way to do it. You can go back and forth that way. However, sometimes instructors will want almost a full paper or several paragraphs in your discussion post. If that's the case, we recommend typing that up in a Word document and copy and pasting it into Canvas. Canvas will not automatically save as you go, so if you accidentally close out of it, all that work would be lost. So for larger discussion posts, make sure you're typing that up in a different program before you cut and paste it. Quizzes would be where any of your active quizzes or tests are housed. A lot of these will not be available until your instructor has given permission for them to be so. So for example, this quiz is live because it's due on August 20th. If you had a quiz that was not due until November 14th, your instructor probably would not have that live until a little bit closer to the due date. Grades can be posted here as well, so you can see a running total of your grades. Please note, these are not always accurate, up to date. If there is a portion of your test or your homework that is being manually graded by your instructor, that won't be visible here until that's been graded. So this is only accurate as long as the assignment has been fully graded. And finally, people. If we click on people, that will bring up the roster for the entire class. Now, we're not going to do that for this one because there are people actively enrolled in this class, but this is where you would go if you wanted to make sure that you could get a hold of somebody in your class or reach out to your instructor. So this has been a brief overview of Canvas. If you have any questions about this particular program specifically, please feel free to reach out to your advisor and we can assist you further.